prosperous career here. So you got to see the clip with Janice and a couple of other folks talking about their lives and their goals and stuff. So we're just going to do a little piece here to kind of give you a sense of Janice's history and her journey as a self-advocate. That would be an appropriate thing to say? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And that's called Push Until Something Happens. Meet Janice Barkley. So, you used to be shy.
Yes.
I don't believe that. I don't know that person. I've never met that person. And that shyness, did it affect you in terms of pursuing dreams and goals?
Mm-hmm.
It did? Did it keep you away from things that you wanted?
Mm-hmm.
It did. Okay. Your mother and your family are big, big, big resources for you.
Mm.
Yes. And your mom is really a champion for you.
Mm-hmm.
And here's some photographs of the family, mom and dad. And Janice is one of 5 children, so it's left to right, brother, sister, dad, mom, brother, sister. And you're really close to your family. Everyone lives in the Bronx, right? No? Some have moved away. Okay, so, okay, they're south. Yes, okay. All right. And your mom spends some of her time up here and some of her time down in the south. All right. You attended a day program for 11 years.
Again.
What was that like?
Horrible.
Horrible. Why was it horrible? You weren't doing anything? What does that mean? Nothing. Like, what was a typical day like for you at the program? Being in a room. Uh-huh. With people, other people with disabilities. And what were you doing? You spent a lot of time using the computer that was in the room? Watching movies?
Yeah.
But that wasn't stuff that you wanted to do. That was stuff the program offered. Okay. Did you ever have opportunities to do any of the things that you wanted to do?
No.
So it was always about what the program offered? Yeah. And that wasn't working for you?
No.
For 11 years, it was not working for you. And then your MSC, Medicaid Service Coordinator, Kate, did something. She saved your life. How did she do that? She told you about AmeriCorps. Does anyone know what AmeriCorps is? Okay, can anyone tell us what someone tell us what AmeriCorps is? Yes.
I think that's the job program, right?
It is a volunteer program. And folks who participate in the program get a stipend for education. And so she introduced you to AmeriCorps. She approached you about joining. She was leaving. And she was joining AmeriCorps, and she wanted to take you with her. Okay. So, and she did. What was it like when she first approached you about this? Were you scared? All right. You were ready. 11 years was too long.
That's right.
All right. And so you joined AmeriCorps. What did you do? Public speaking. You went where, doing what? Speaking to who? Everywhere. Every borough. You were speaking at schools, hospitals, nursing homes, agencies, other agencies. So, and you were educating people about the needs of people with disabilities, using your own life as an example. Is this the point where the shyness starts to fade? Yeah, kind of. And so you went from being in a room quite often with a group of people you may not have had very much in common with besides your disabilities, an unstimulating environment, to being out in the community, interacting with a bunch of different people. You were in integrated environments where people with disabilities and people without disabilities. You were contributing to the life of the community through your work as a public speaker. And you were making friends and meeting people all the time. And how did all this make you feel?
Happy.
Happy? Did you think you could be this happy?
No.
No? Okay, and so you were happy. You joined AmeriCorps and you were happy you were doing this thing. And you met a couple of people there. You met Carol Gotthelf and Jennifer Teich. And they oversee our individualized supports program, right? And what did they do for you? Tell that story. They gave you an internship. They stole you away from AmeriCorps, just about done with AmeriCorps, and they met you at one of your speaking engagements, and they said, we got to get her on board. And so they gave you an internship here at AHRC. And what was the internship about? What were you doing? You were helping other people with disabilities find homes for themselves because they didn't want to live in managed settings like group homes. Okay, and that then led to full-time, or some employment, not full-time, but some employment. And what were you doing? Paperwork. So you were doing a lot of clerical work, and that was first in our employment program up in the Bronx, right? And then you came downtown and you were working here at 83 Maiden Lane in finance, and then you made the move to HR. Yeah, and that works for you. Why do you like HR? Besides me.
I hate good people.
You like working with people. Okay.
Not crazy.
I'm crazy. Oh, okay.
Everybody.
Oh, everyone. Oh, they're crazy. All right. Okay. Remember, I'm your supervisor. Little thing called a performance appraisal. So, early on, you asked me, a couple of years ago, you asked me something.
May I sit in?
You asked to sit in on the interviews I conduct because I'm responsible for staffing our group homes here at AHRC. And you kind of were curious about what I do. And so I said, you know, you could do more than just watch. You could help me interview people and bring folks on board, help me recruit people. And you were surprised. Did you think you could do it? No? No? How come?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. But you,
I don't know.
okay. But I said, yeah, this is doable. You know, we'll get you trained up and you'll help and we'll make this happen. And so we've been doing this for, what, 3 years now? Something like that? Maybe 4 years now. And we're getting you to a place where you would be able to manage those interviews by yourself if I wasn't here, right? Right? That's what we're going for. Yeah, that's what yeah. So what Janice does is that she goes into we have an applicant tracking system. She goes into the system and reviews applications. Those people we think she might think are qualified, we'll invite in for interviews, and we conduct those interviews. Anyone in the room been interviewed by Janice? Okay. What, has that ever happened? Have you been in the field before?
Vaguely, not like now.
Okay. And at that time, no.
That never happened.
Okay. And the same for you, it never happened. Did that happen for anybody in this room when you applied for a job here at AHRC? No. Okay. So we are expanding what Janice and I are doing to encompass the other programs. But it is right and fair that the people that we support have some say in who supports them. And so, you know, Janice and I kind of at the forefront of that for residential services, but we're making that agency-wide. So in addition to that, you serve on the Incident Review Committee. And it's a very long meeting, it's about 4 hours long. And what we do is we review incidences that occur in our facilities, and what we do is we use that information to determine ways to prevent those things from occurring in the future, and to develop best practices for the people that we serve, and so that we can make certain that folks are safe and secure. And your role is that of a person, you represent the people that we support in your role there. And you also serve as a member of our self-advocacy committee. So yesterday we held your ISP meeting, and we were talking about some new roles for you. You want to become a CQL interviewer, which is a big step. Anyone know what CQL is? Have they talked about that? So the agency is affiliated with the Council on Quality and Leadership. It's a 50-plus-year-old not-for-profit, I think it's a not-for-profit, that works to assure a higher quality of services for people with disabilities, folks with mental illness, and the elderly. And so we were accredited by them not too long ago, and the way that we find out what people want is conducting these interviews or conversations with them to find out what's important to them, so that we can embed that into the services that they provide. And Janice is interested in being one of those interviewers. So we're going to be working on that. You say your colleagues are important to you. Why? You like working with us. We're a pretty good group. Yeah. But it's them and not me, right? It's the others, but not me. Yeah. And even though that you have a personal assistant who accompanies you most times to the office, you prefer to spend time with the rest of your colleagues, and so send your assistant away until you really need them to assist you with something else. Because why?
Every day,
You spend 12 hours a day with those personal assistants, and sometimes that gets on your nerves.
I can understand that.
And you prefer to just kind of rely on your colleagues and be a part of the team, and that helps you to feel that way. Right, great, okay. I did not force her to put the slide in. She did it of her own volition, and I have witnesses. So, me, yes.
I appreciate you.
Aye. You appreciate me. Thank you. Thank you. You're gonna make me cry, right?
No.
Room full of people.
You give me
I gave you
opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah. Okay. certainly didn't deserve, and didn't earn, actually.
That's right.
You know, we have our tussles sometimes, and I set you up and surprise you with things to just kind of push you along, you know, because I believe in you, and I know that you know that sometimes it's a little scary, but you know it's never been anything I didn't think you could achieve.
Everybody, what I do,
If everyone was like me,
we will get.
you need to
That's
stop.
that
Thank you.
Alright,
Thank you. We've had our adventures.
yeah,
Yeah, trips to the emergency room.
yeah.
You know, drama, enrolling in school. Yeah, we've had our adventures. So the gentleman here in this photograph with us is someone you're going to meet a little later. But this is the three of us at our annual dinner. This was 2 years ago at the Grand Hyatt Hotel. One of the few times people will ever see me in a suit and tie. Some of the things that you value. Your voice. Tell us why.
What?
Yeah.
I like more.
You like to use your voice.
Again,
I always say,
God gave it to me.
God
That's
gave it to
right.
me,
Amen. Right.
and I'm going to use it. Yes.
All right, now that's right.
And we did something last year. I set you up. It was one of those times I set you up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so Janice's schedule and my schedule are intertwined so that I can assist her with communication. But my schedule and my work is really kind of crazy, and it sometimes sends me out of the office at a moment's notice. So I was getting concerned that there might be a time when I would not be able to be present there to assist Janice. And so we have a technology program, and I talked to the director of that program about some sort of way in which we could provide Janice with a piece of technology that would allow her to communicate with people if I was not there, because sometimes folks have a hard time understanding her. And so he suggested an iPad. And then I approached you about the iPad. And you said yes, but you didn't know that I had already put the iPad in play. And you love it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I mean, you know, I take care of you.
Yeah, you do.
And it's helped you a great deal. What are some of the ways that it's helped you?
And then where I go, oh my goodness.
It allows you to have more personal conversations with your doctor. You type information in advance that you want to talk about, and then you either play it back using an app, or you let the doctor read it, and so you two can communicate much more directly. So it's had a positive impact on healthcare for you. What about socialization, interacting with people and your coworkers? That's increased too? In what ways has it changed that you've noticed?
A comedian more.
You tend to talk to people more as well, even if you're not using the iPad. It's just made you more open to talking to people. I would also say that it's increased your confidence tremendously. Yeah, absolutely. Because remember what you did? Because last year you were going to the Bahamas, right? Because you have your travel group, and your I blew it. So yeah, all right. So hold on. All right, I'll tell the story. Anyway, so your fiance.
I see that got bling bling.
So your fiance, there was an issue with his passport. And what did you do?
I can't
You texted, you sent a text to my husband, Joe, who works for the Speaker of the City Council. He's her Deputy Chief of Staff, Melissa Margarito. And you said what to Joe? You said you need help. Help a sister out. And so what did he do? Yeah, he put you in contact with a council member who oversees these kinds of documents and things. And they did what? How did they help you? They sent someone to your fiance's home directly to assist him. And then they, in turn, put you in touch with Senator Chuck Schumer's office. And you got that passport 2 days before you were supposed to leave on a Friday afternoon because you were flying out that Sunday.
Wow, look at that.
By yourself. Joe asked me one morning, how is Janice making out with this? The passport. I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, you don't know? I said, I have no idea what you were talking about. I said, oh, okay. No, it's fine, it's fine. This is what independence is about. You don't need me, you had his number, make it happen, I don't care. And so, that's right, someone said push. You pushed until something happened. And I don't know if you'd have done that 6 months before you got the iPad. And you also use the telephone more directly to handle people, to talk to people, as opposed to letting